So tell me, so I think, you are very, very well versed in task management, project management, efficiency, agility, um, especially now. And I know not a lot has changed for you and the development team, because a lot of the way that you've, spoken about it already, but many of our developers are remote. Our chief technology officer is out in Washington State. One of our front end, Chris, over on the front end is in upstate New York. So you guys there wasn't too much of a change for you guys, right?
No. I think with developers specifically, well, really any team, as long as the team understands their role and the job that they have to get done, I think, other than the socializing, which definitely helps the growth of a company, and the interaction between people definitely helps. But through this short time, I feel like, working from home on any team is doable if you have the right infrastructure and the right team in place, right? Without the infrastructure and the team, obviously it falls apart. And we're seeing that all over the world happen, where places that weren't used to this, didn't have the infrastructure, now they have to go through all the expenses to buy the right software, to track everything, to make sure everybody can communicate seamlessly. So it definitely helped the transition for us, having the team structured the way it was, where we had so many remote members. But I would say I don't think there was much of a transition for anybody on our team, specifically the dev team.
Right. We have a very open environment. Many people work from home or work from home periodically, especially when they just need just their space, so to speak. Is there anything unique that you guys? I mean, I live it every day. I see what you guys do, but is there anything like unique or special that you feel like the special sauce of the development team, the engineers, different tools or processes that you use that you feel like really has worked not only over time, but right now especially, has worked in your favor?
I would say our number one is everybody on the team, right? I can't speak more highly from who I get to work with every day, and that's including everybody on sales and orders, and our customer base too. All of the merchants that use sales and orders, that communicate with us. I became really friendly with some of our customers. I don't even want to call them customers; they're friends, right? So I feel like open communication is key to success for us. It might not work for everybody, but definitely for us. And I would suggest, if you are looking to grow a team, whether it's in e-commerce, development, doesn't matter. I would say open communication is key. We talk, like I said, every day at 11 o'clock. Everybody jumps on video call. We've done this. I can't even remember for how long. This has been going on forever.
I remember when we started and we were using, it's called Scrum, right? And, and I forgot the acronym, what it stands for necessarily, but I remember we had cork boards with literal index cards that we used to write everything down. Now we kind of use software to do that. But I mean, I remember back when, there was, a very, a hot room, a lot of people sitting in there eating lunch and just taking a stab at that cork board.
Yeah, and it's trial and error, like to build to the level of where everybody knows what they need to do, and you're just reviewing if we're doing the right thing right now. And again, like with pivoting companies and deciding to do one thing and then switch to get to sales and orders, it's the same thing with what we're building in software.
Mm-hmm.
Are we focusing on the wrong thing right now for us and our customers to help us grow and them grow? And if the question doesn't get a thumbs up from everybody, then are we doing the right thing? Like, should we be changing it? So there's the communication that really helps you decide, should you be doing something or not? And that's a huge part of the growth process.
Absolutely. Now I know we all, and I'm sure many people who are watching that they're familiar with Slack, they're familiar with Teams, they're familiar with, Trello, all these something like that. But we started using a new project management software called Completed. And you have found some incredible use, and it's kind of this is an excellent platform that's a lot of the features you need without all that bloat. And I feel like that has definitely, because we've now introduced it across my department, we've introduced it to CS, we've introduced it into our sales department, everybody. And tell me a little bit about project management, task management, how those kind of fit into your day to day, or how you feel like other business owners should really leverage more refined task management tools.
I think it's more for us, it's to know what everybody's doing, not to use like a microscope
Right,
and,
right.
you know,
But
track
that
every
everybody's on
single
the
thing,
same page.
that everybody understands the workflow and where things are. And it comes back down to communication. So, it took us a long time and we're still learning every day, right? I wouldn't say we're perfect at any of this. I would just say that we're getting better.
Yeah.
And as time goes on and you have open communication, you get better and better. I have no clue what we'll be like in 10 years, right? Like maybe everything I'm saying right now, I'll say that's all wrong. But for right now,
Right,
where I'm
right.
at and what I've learned up to date, it's been working so far. Could we do better? Yes, definitely. I think having an idea where anybody on the team, and this is why we went to something like Completed, was I wanted anybody on the team and maybe one day customers as well, where they can see what we're focusing on. And like we said before, everybody has a decision and a say. So does someone think that we should be focusing on something different? Does somebody think that there's a higher priority to something? It's funny because when you work on the dev side or support side, everybody else has a fire that's top priority because
Right.
it's their problem, so it's their priority. Um, and it's hard when you get somebody that comes and says, "Hey, I have this issue. We need to focus on it now." And I go, "Great." And then I go back and I go, "Oh, wait, there's 50 issues. Which one is the most important issue?" So that's part of keeping track of everything. How many people is this affecting internally, externally? Could there be a workaround to get around this right now? And there's almost only so much time in a day. So I think having some kind of system in place to be able to track what's going on and the importance of certain things that people's focusing on is another direction to be successful, to be able to easily identify what should be the focus.
Couldn't agree more. Absolutely. Now, you look good, you sound good. It seems like you feel good. It sounds, and the kids and obviously Kath, everybody's doing good, right?
Yeah, sure, sure.
Awesome.
Given
Awesome.
the time, yeah. Given the time,
given
the best you can
given
do.
what's going on, everything that's going
Yeah.
on here and everything along those lines.
I'll tell you what makes me
Um,
nervous today is looking in the
okay.
fridge and seeing only one container of milk, right?
Oh.
Oh, oh, that's going to cause a bad night.
I would,
Um,
I would show. So I have the fridge right next to me. So I have the fridge downstairs, and we have a fridge upstairs because converted kitchen.
yeah,
Jen and I have at least 6 milks lined up, and we get like these super ultra pasteurized milk. That's, like we have milk that's good till June, and
yeah, some of it, but it goes fast. So,
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, and then you go online and you go, okay, let's go to Instacart, let's go to Amazon, let's go here. And none of them, you can't get anything. So,
No, you can't. And there's some
uh,
really messed up stuff going on with Instacart and how people are placing orders and luring the order fillers with a big tip, and then they suddenly drop the tip to $0. Yeah, I mean it's crazy what's going on. It's unbelievable how it's affecting
yeah,
everybody in so many different unique ways.
I think this whole time is a great time to take in a learning experience and adjust how everybody thinks about moving forward in the future of this new world that we might have.
Yep.
And I think there's huge opportunity for online sellers today, where what they did prior to this, and I would talk to people and they would never consider Amazon their competition. They would never consider a Walmart their competition. I think maybe they're on a different level, right? Like when you talk to someone who's selling, let's call it water bottles, right?
Sure.
Cow bags.
Cow bags. Hey, throwback.
Hey, I think what they look at, like Amazon's going to get their customer base, and that's not my customer. My customer are the people not going to Amazon because maybe I can't compete with price, maybe I can't compete with the delivery, but tomorrow is a different future for that person. And I think you can start looking at Amazon as competition, and I think you can start looking at how do I take business away from Amazon. And the one thing they always had above everybody else was the delivery, right? Not so much price, because Amazon always charged 15% on top.
Yeah, of course.
So price could be competitive outside of Amazon's market. I think what the problem was the delivery. Somebody can go on and get a package in a day or two, no matter how big, no matter what. I was always confused on, no matter what I look at, they're going to have it to me tomorrow. How is this possible? Like, how do they have this random item that nobody else has, and they're going to have it to me tomorrow? What are they doing, right? Where I think now there's an opportunity where people are getting used to that delivery service. So the local delivery. Target did a phenomenal job with partnering with Shipt, which allowed them to compete with Amazon. So when you look at Target, you go, Target can compete with Amazon. Walmart can compete with Amazon. How do I compete with Amazon? How do I compete with Target? I think tomorrow's going to be shipping. And I think that's going to be the most important thing moving forward in the future for your small business owner, is how do I get my product today, right? Can I have a delivery service available on my site to make sure that people who go online see that I can get this by 5 p.m. And that is going to be the difference between someone deciding to go to Amazon or your store, is going to be shipping. And I don't think price is going to be a driver anymore, because what's happening now is people are getting used to this delivery service.
Yep.
Same day, next day delivery service, which is very possible and doable. And it's almost as low as an expense for somebody to ship everything, right? So how do you now drive local traffic to your e-commerce site and have people buy product from you that they can get in the same day? And if the store owners can figure that out, I think there's a huge future for online retailers in that space.
I mean, come on. Come on. Can you say it any better? I could never say it that well. That is. I'm afraid to talk anymore, because now I feel like I'm just going to lose the effect of one of the best pieces of advice I've ever heard for e-commerce businesses, no doubt whatsoever.
Oh, no, thank you, Tony. Thank you. That's maybe that's why I got that I in my title.
Yeah. The innovation.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. Look, I think Amazon is always onto something, right? And if they could figure that out, they would. Target figured it out, and I think it's available to everybody, right?
Yep. Just a matter of figuring it out. We always say that. It's one of our core values here, is we'll figure it out, right?
Yeah, Elon Musk could, take off and land in a spaceship.
Right. If he can do it.
You were talking about home delivery, not a spaceship. This is
right. This isn't rocket science here.
Yeah. You got a car? You got a trunk?
I got a radio flyer, man. I'll hop in that wagon and roll myself down the block.
Look, you don't need tape. You don't need boxes. You put the thing in your trunk and you drive it somewhere. Yeah.
To put it very bluntly, absolutely. That's exactly how it could go. Oh man, Bryan, that was awesome. Thank you very much. Now, I always kind of end with some parting words to everybody. I'm going to say it. I probably say it every time. It's stay healthy, stay safe, and remain informed. Just because with everything going on, and look, looks like the curve is flattening. Things are starting to return to normal. When all this hit, we saw that shock value of merchants that had to start to kind of readjust their strategies and figure out new ways to adapt, and we've helped them with things like affiliate marketing and other programs here at Sales and Orders. Is there anything that, like, quick, like 1, 2, 3, just to the people out there, like what could you tell them right now?
That's a tough question. I mean, I don't want to cause anybody to do the wrong thing because I gave advice.
Well, it could be, you know, like that. Like, don't shake hands with people.
Don't shake hands with people. That's a great thing. Yeah, yeah. Spend
Avoid
time with
groups
your. How
of
about
6 or more.
spend time with your family while you can.
Beautiful. Love it.
Take advantage of that.
Awesome. Awesome. Excellent. All right. Look, I've had a wonderful time, Bryan. Thank you so much for joining me today. Bryan Natter, our Chief Innovation Officer and co-founder here at Sales and Orders, talking about what it's like to build a company and what it's like to run an engineering team. I'm not going to use the word manage anymore. Thanks, Bryan. But everybody out there, thank you for joining us again. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. I know we're going to be talking to our other co-founder, Greg, pretty soon. And keep watching because I'm rolling. We're gonna be talking to agencies and some partners next week. I believe Microsoft is going to join us on one of these, so I'm really excited.
Tony, thank you for your time, man. Keep
Yeah,
up the great
absolutely,
work, buddy.
Brian. You have a wonderful rest of your day. If you need anything, you just reach out. All right.
Same. I'll talk to you later, Tony. Thank
All
you.
right. Bye.
Bye-bye.